Hey, everybody. Excuse me. Hold on. Can you see me and hear me? I don't know how long I'm lasting today, guys. I'm pretty sick. I thought I was going to be better, but we're going to go a little bit slow today. And I don't have my second screen on. Shoot. Let me hook that in 1 second. I don't even have that in. Okay, we're rolling with one screen today. Okay. I'm going to try and give you guys an hour because I owe you 2 hours from last week. I don't know if I'm lasting much longer than that, though, but we will see. 1 second. More coughing. Okay. New member, thank you. There's that other deck. I don't know where that deck is. Okay, we're going to use tarot for these today. There it is. There it is. The degree to which a person can grow is directly proportional to the amount of truth they can accept about themselves without running away. I kind of want to take that in a different direction. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time because it's showing you that you trust in knowing who you are. There is a huge weather storm brewing now for the eastern half of the U.S. Will it affect numerous states? Will it be catastrophic? I hope not, because I'm in the eastern half of the U.S. Something is coming. It's like two things are joining together. There's a huge weather storm brewing now. It's not bad at first, and then two things join. I don't know if that's like I'm on my way out, like I'm Storm A on my way out, and Storm B mushes into me, and now I'm Storm C or something like that. Do I think it's going to cause severe damage? Yes. Catastrophic. I don't know if I'd word it as... I wouldn't go as far as to say catastrophic, but I do think there's going to be some damage, specifically from like something joining together or hitting together or merging or something. Message from my half-brother. Message from my half-brother. What's ahead of you is not defined by your past mistakes. I feel like there's this energy of feeling like there's wasted time. Like you feel like maybe you spent longer than you needed to being sad or without solutions. And it's almost like he's saying, release the way that you feel about yourself in that regard. Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Martin Gaye. And a medal. You did better than you think you did, or you did better than you're giving yourself credit for. 1 second. I need ginger ale. Maybe ginger ale is significant. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I got a new background, everybody. It's supposed to be the Library of Souls. Let's see. Okay. Thinking of traveling at the end of this month to Mexico. Is this a good time or should I wait until August? At the end of this month? No, I think you should wait. Wait and then go. I just feel like maybe there's something about, maybe saving a little bit of more money, maybe getting your ducks in a row so that you know how much you can spend and you have a plan to make it back when you come back. I would say wait and go in August because something related to finances. Last time you mentioned my baby feels quite upside down. Can you please clarify that and give me a song? Your baby feels quite upside down? I don't remember saying that. Your baby feels quite upside down. Baby feels quite upside down. Can you clarify that and give me a song? How Far We've Come by Matchbox 20. Baby feels quite upside down. Struggling with some kind of internal back and forth in terms of a choice. Baby feels upside down. Can you clarify what you mean? Like pregnancy? I don't know how to answer that all the way. I need a little bit more detail. Will we buy the lot and build a house in the gardens? And what do my guides say about it? Will we buy? It's like your legs are going too fast for the reality of your plans, and you may be getting frustrated because you're getting ahead of yourself in some way. Is there a solution here to get what you want? Yes. Do I think that that can happen with your current trajectory of plans? No. I think you need to slow down and look at the planning. I think you can do that, but the plans in place aren't leading you there because something's being missed, if that makes sense. Is my partner being truthful about his communications with his ex? Is my partner being truthful about his communications with his ex? Not the frequency or the like, either frequency or duration. I don't think it went further conversationally than what you're being told, but either they talked more or they talked longer or something like that. I don't think it was more impactful. I just think that there was like an ease, like I'll tell you as much as I think you can handle without you reading too far into it, because if I told you the true time or something, maybe frequency, maybe duration, something like that, that would bother you more than what was talked about, if that makes sense. It's weird. I mean, it's giving guilty conscience a bit because they know they're in the wrong. My son-in-law is having difficulty finding the right lawyer for his case. How can he find the right one? And are there keywords to use in his search? He's searched out of state. Difficulty finding the right lawyer. Is there a different way that he can explain his situation? It's almost like something in the way he's explaining the situation is causing a disconnect between understanding of potential lawyers and him. Is he like piling everything on? Like, here's this. There's something that's making the other party anxious. So the lawyer side anxious. I don't think he necessarily has to look out of state. I think he just needs to find a more, I don't know, like calmer. I don't even think he's being uncalm though. I don't really know. Maybe it's just the energy. Maybe it's the nerves. I think finding a different way to communicate his side of what's going on can alleviate needing to search out of state. I don't think you necessarily need to search out of state. Any messages from Daisy? Giants by Dermont Kennedy started playing as I pulled this up. What I hope you realize is you don't need to carry my pain as your own. And you are, that was a 3 at first, not a 5, but 5 came up too. So what I hope you also realize is I see you even when you think I don't. So I see you carrying my pain as your own. You've been doing this for long enough, and it's time to put it down because you deserve peace. You deserve peace. Who You'd Be Today by Kenny Chesney. It's like she's saying that you're losing a lot of your happiness in the thought of who would she be today. And she's like, I don't want you to lose who you could be right now in that thought of who I'd be today because I'm there with you. And a graduation may be significant. Are there any messages that will help me find closure with my past friendship with D that ended? I mean, it needed to end. This was complete divine interruption. This was like, hey, you're not seeing signs of how this person's blocking your path, so God is just going to remove them. Sometimes people cause us to bring up past self-limiting beliefs, not even in anything they're doing, but just in a way that they're triggering us. And it feels kind of like that. It's not like this person was intentionally like blocking your path, but they were highlighting some self-limiting belief that they weren't also helping you to heal, if that makes sense. General message about what my mom did from Paul Paul. About what my mom did from Paul Paul. So from Paul Paul about what your mom did. From Paul Paul about what your mom did. Better Days by Dermont Kennedy is on this, and that's who's literally singing on the phone right now. A medium intuitive, number 3. A stranger will say something that feels oddly familiar. Pay attention. What did your mom do? A stranger says something. A stranger says something. Do you mean died from? I think you mean died from. Because I kept hearing in my head, you're reading it wrong. You're reading it wrong. And I just looked back at the comment and I said, mom did from. But I think you mean died from. An overflow of something that was stopped. If you're saying died from an overflow of something that was stopped, a stranger will say something that feels oddly familiar. Oh, in my head, someone was saying wrong. You read it wrong. Okay. It's the government what you think was what the song said. I feel like someone didn't make the right quick enough decision in terms of like a medical professional. It's like we had to pick A or B and we picked the wrong one is kind of how this feels. I kind of want to word it as something like a wave crashing into a wall is what I'm being shown. Like something that was blocked then unblocks, but it's too much. I don't know if it's like heart or organs or something. Something along those lines is what I'm getting. I think that's what you meant by the question. All right, let me go to this other list. Will my insurance company approve my eyelid surgery? Will my insurance company... It may take some time or some pushing or like some persuasion, but how would you persuade? I guess maybe they may request like a second opinion or something before approving it, or if they initially deny it, then you can go get a second opinion and get an approval. Feels more like the first one. It may take some time, but I feel like yes. Because this to me, the swords are going into like the eyeball area, and this is like protected money. So like you're owed this money, even though it may take some time. Birthday message. Happy birthday. Birthday message. I mean, look up whatever age you just turned. Look up numerology. How do I word this? Like, let's say you just turned 35. Type in 35 numerology for blockages removed. You're having some kind of... This is the year of like the seeds that aren't for you getting ripped out. And it may not always be comfortable, but by the end of the year, you'll view it as necessary. So look up your birthday with blockages removed, and it's going to give you some kind of clue of what will be happening, because there's something specific lined up this year. I don't really do astrology that much, but there may also be some kind of astrological like transit thingy that's big that's happening for you this year as well. Message from my guides for the month of July. The month of July. You're getting to rebuild in the space where something fell apart that wasn't serving you. So first you're going to get some kind of tools to build, and then you'll start to get the material. So maybe you'll get an idea, or maybe you'll get a perspective shift, and then you get the like actionable pieces. So I guess I'd say be patient with yourself this month because you're getting the tools. You might not start building yet. And you may be anxious to start building, but give yourself a little patience. It's coming in like layers or pieces. Message and a song from Aunt Susie. Mean Girls by Leanna Crawford. If someone recently like had I don't know, like a pulling back energetically from you, I feel like there's this message coming through of like I heard conversations you didn't, and I'm getting people out of your way, or I'm getting people out of your way. The things I feared, none of them mattered in the end. I was wrong about the things I feared, none of them mattered in the end. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Trust that she's moving people out of the way that don't stand up for you behind closed doors. So any connection that falls away, trust that it's for your benefit. I'm sorry, and I just called to say I love you. And the phone booth heard conversations that you didn't. Been thinking of my sister a lot. What is she trying to tell me? What is she trying to tell me? I mean, don't worry. This to me is your husband. Communication strength. What is she trying to tell you? There's a plan in place that's bigger than what you're able to see. And what feels impossible right now is going to work itself out. But it's almost like a plan developed through his eyes that she's privy to, if that makes sense. Over the Rainbow, the Leprechaun, and the Pot of Gold. Thank You for Loving Me by Bon Jovi, and the Red String of Fate, Pinky Promise. The thing I loved most about our time together was the laughter that made ordinary days special. Okay, so you're real worried about something that there actually is a plan in place for, and she's saying, trust that this plan comes from someone who really loves you and wants the best for you. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, even if it hurts right now, you're strong enough to go through this obstacle course that's putting you on track with where you need to be. So it's almost like she's trying to confirm something that has been given to you in pieces. Oh, a chair. Oh, I'll Save You a Seat by Alex Warren. That song. Save me a seat. So they've been there the whole time, helping this plan. All right, back to the other list. One second. Message for Love. So the High Priestess when I split that. Saw the High Priestess and then I put her away. It's like your intuition is telling you something that you wish was not true, but that doesn't make it untrue. It will keep showing you the painful truth until you accept it and start to disconnect from something that is draining you more than it's giving. How and when will I meet my future husband? How and when? I mean, when you least see them coming and not through another person, it's like you'll just kind of feel drawn to this person. The Nine of Cups is like shiny object syndrome. So like you're looking at this person, they're looking at you type of thing. It's not through friends and it's not when you're looking for them. This is like I'm coming in hot when you least expect me. We meet eyes, boom. When? I would say within the next 5 years, but probably more on the longer side of that. I don't feel like it's coming soon. Why has S walked away? Why has S walked away. The truth would hurt my reputation, or the truth would make it look like I'm not who I say that I am. So it's easier for me to hanged man in reverse, avoid giving the opportunity for that to come out. I feel like you know exactly what this is too with the high priestess here. Nine of Pentacles is independence. It's like I need to get out of here before my mask falls off. General. 1 second. Did I not put 1 second? I think I forgot to put this on live. 1 second. I did. I did not put it on slow mode either. Cool. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. General for Amber. General for Amber. As you choose yourself, not in playing defense, but in playing offense. So like trusting your intuition before you have proof, those type of things. As you do that, you're proving to yourself that you're no longer the one that's abandoning yourself. And then whatever it is that you're trying to manifest in terms of a social position starts to come. As soon as you view yourself as worthy of it by proving that you see that by taking action on your intuition. Message for the week and a song. So Alive by the Goo Goo Dolls. Also, I'll have your reading for you later today. I saw your email this morning. This is the week of identifying problems, not necessarily enacting the solutions. So trust that if there's not solutions being made available, it's not a punishment. It's just that you need to see all what needs solutions for before walking into the solution. So it feels like next week and the following weeks will be more building, whereas this is more identifying. Will R get the job at the daycare? Will R get the job? I don't think so. And if they do, they might not end up taking it. I feel like it's more likely they won't get it because 5 of Cups is defeat. 7 of Pentacles in reverse is like the seeds I planted not sprouting. Song and token. Way Up by Ryan Oakes. Way Up. It's giving that quote, insecurity is loud, confidence is quiet. Like that playing out in your life in some way in how you're going to handle something over the next few weeks. So maybe you don't always need to have the last word, or maybe your silence is more powerful than anything you could say. You'll know where this applies. Just trust yourself to enact it. Message for the week from my guides. Message from my guides. Slow down. There's some bit of needing to. Queen of Wands in reverse and Knight of Wands in reverse is like your creative channels being blocked, which a lot of times happens when we're too busy or too go. So this is like slow down in order to reaccess your creativity. Like give yourself maybe a little bit of time to journal or to paint or to just do something that like frees your inner child. There's some need for that to come out right now. Usually because there's a creative solution for an obstacle needed, but when we're not in alignment with our creativity, we can't really enact the creative solution. What can help me with my career path currently and creating the new techniques? What can help me with my career path currently and creating the new techniques? It's all in your mind right now. It's just needing to get it out in a different way. Is there a different way you could organize the new techniques? Is there like a spreadsheet that shows the breakdown? And once you see the breakdown, you can find different ways to communicate, or it's almost like it's all there. You just don't have all the pieces in the right places because some puzzle pieces you shoved into place thinking they were the right ones. But if you look at it from like an analytical perspective, you'll see that you already have the answer. It's just needing to take it and get it out of your head in a different way. I would say put everything onto a literal spreadsheet and start to pick it apart and see what else you could do with what you already have. You don't need something new. You just need to reorganize it or reanalyze it. Message from my guides, token or song. Oh, it's like the hand from above reaching out and grabbing the hand below. It's time to release the blockage. What's the blockage? Fighting, healing. It's time to release the blockage from fighting, healing. This is like whatever shadow you're fearing, you're protected to face it. It's time now. Next time it comes to the surface, don't doubt your ability to transmute it. What will be the outcome of the franchise I'm considering buying? I feel like there's some obstacles to overcome here. The Emperor in reverse is some kind of blocked action when it comes to an offer that you just can't get into. I'm wondering if you are offering something lower than what they're willing to accept, or they want a longer term franchise I'm considering buying. There's something off about like the your timing and their timing, and it's like it's not meshing. I feel like you may need to go back to the drawing board on this one. Is it possible? Yes. Is it happening with your current plan? No. What is going on with my sister's health? What is going on with my sister's health? It's like fast something or high something. I don't know if it's like high blood pressure or like if it was a case like overactive thyroid or hormones or something. It's like something is running high is how this feels. But there is a solution. Will Jose keep his commitment to help me finish remodeling the house to sell, or should I start thinking about an alternative plan? I think you should start thinking about an alternative plan. It's like there's things that he just doesn't want to do, or there's things that he just doesn't feel confident in doing, but already said he was confident in doing. It's like, oh man, I offered that, and now I'm like, oh, don't really know if I want to do that or if I can do that. I'm lacking confidence, which is causing lack of action, releasing expectations of the offer that was given, and Knight of Swords reaching out to someone else. I would say probably reach out to someone else or come up with the alternative plan. Was weather manipulation, cloud seeding a contributing factor to the devastating flooding in Caryville, Texas? A release connected to or working with Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse is like it's not finalized yet. We're testing something. We're testing what? A release combined with something we're testing that's not in the final stages yet. Overpowering community with weather. Yes. Allegedly. Yes. Which grandmother has visited me last Friday and why? Which grandmother has visited me? Yes. And upload. Visited you to see where you were at with something. If I drop this thought in your mind, or if I have this dream interaction with you, I'll see if you're ready for this next step. Choosing to face it. It's almost like one grandmother wants to give you a clue to a change that is needed, and they're trying to figure out if you're ready for it. What's a clue to this grandma? The one that was brighter, the one that was more of a free spirit, if that makes sense, of some kind. I received 3 of Swords with my new unicorn stone. Any message on that? I will go rest soon. Thank you. I see everybody saying it. I know. I actually feel better now than I felt in the last 24 hours. So all of your well wishes are working. 3 of Swords. With my new unicorn stone. So unicorn is like the majestic creature. Star in reverse, Hierophant reverse. A self-limiting belief. You got 3 of Swords. I have 7 of Swords. Put the intention behind this stone to be, show me how I'm standing in my own way. And then every day for the next week, shuffle your deck, pull a card or something next to it, and see what it tells you. The unicorn stone is going to give you clues about how or where you're standing in your own way. Message and a song. Island in the Sun by Weezer is the song. Happiness is a choice. It feels like there's this like, I don't know, like there's things you want to do and maybe you're overthinking them. This is like, allow yourself to be in a state of flow. You keep thinking about the library, go to the library. Maybe there's something there that's going to be life-changing that you wouldn't even expect it to. You want to go for a walk somewhere new, do it. It's like you may be ignoring these little urges, or not ignoring, but there just may be other pressing things. Try to take note of what you're being guided to. There's some kind of breadcrumb that's purposefully leading you somewhere to give you something good. But it's about being in the flow. Why is Maribel continuing to lie and deceive about the DT situation? They fell in my lap. Why am I continuing to lie? So I can balance out a new beginning with my plans falling apart, because I'm getting something out of it. I'm not caught enough yet. And I feel like, why admit guilt if it's just going to make other things fall apart? Oh, okay. Pregnant at the moment, but the other day I worded it as my child was a bit too early to mention pregnancy. A bit too early to mention pregnancy, but still pregnant. I think I worded it as child. Okay, so upside down, as in you are with child, or as in your child? Just clarify that for me, because I'm not sure how to look at that. One second. Oh yeah, I emailed you back twice. I said, you can either, I only have the PayPal, Cash App, and the website. So if that's not working, can you do it on Etsy? Because Etsy connects the shipping to the order, so you don't have to do them separately. Or maybe if you try it now, it might work. But let me know which one of them you want to do, because if you're able to just do it on Etsy, I can cancel your initial order and you can reorder on Etsy, because then the shipping will be in one. But look in your spam. It may have gone to spam. Can you see how Aiden will get on today? They are trying to revoke his bail. The McAlberts have set him up too. He's the investigative journalist that exposed them. How Aiden will get on at his bail sentencing today. They're trying to revoke his bail. I think they're going to get their way on the revoking of bail. Because this, I said, is this a wall that he's behind, that he's trying to break out of, but can't find the solution to? And I got the Emperor in reverse. And I said, he can't take action. And then I got Ace of Swords, which is truth and clarity. I feel like there's a strong case to revoke the bail, or at least they're making it look like there's a strong case to revoke it. How does Aiden feel after the appearance today? They're shady. They're getting away with shady stuff. I think they're gonna get what they want there to revoke it. Message from Paw Paw about the move. Message from Paw Paw about the move. There's something not being considered. You can have what you want, but make sure that your plans aren't causing that to not be sustainable. Make sure that anything where there's more going out than what is coming in has some kind of end date. Like, this isn't going to go on forever. I have an eventual solution for this type of thing. Let me go to this list. Message from my son's guides. 2 paternal great aunts. Message from my son's guides. Okay, so when someone shows you who they are, believe them, but this is almost like in a good way. It's almost like he's expecting to be hurt by something or someone and not allowing himself to be supported, but there needs to be a change in that. Not everyone is going to hurt you, or not everyone is going to betray you like those in the past. Because this is a supportive connection. So you are not alone, and it came out in reverse with the scissors. So don't cut people out when they're trying to support you. The challenge you're facing is teaching you that even pain has a purpose in your journey. But it's not meant to hold you hostage. Did I successfully nullify my previous spells? How will my new one manifest? Yes. Success in the seed that was planted a while ago. You put it behind some kind of wall, some kind of barrier. You blocked it off. How will my new one manifest? It's going to require you to let go of things that you might not feel ready to let go of yet. But since you know that you're doing it for the purpose of this manifestation, it will be a lot easier to go on that journey. Is it still going to suck, some of the things you have to let go of? Yeah. But it's like you are now that you know you have the ability to manifest, now you can trust that if you do release what you're being shown to release, that the manifestation will come in. So it's going to be a difficult surrender, but a necessary one. Message from my daughter's guides, song or token. Message from my daughter's guides. Welcome by Fort Minor. This is like when there's a seed planted that's meant to be bigger than what you could see, but you're getting pieces of it at a time. So there's some kind of either community that she's going to be finding or building or being a part of that has the need for something that she has to offer. So I guess I'd say right now, whenever people are causing issues in her journey, know that it's just to refine her for this purpose. Message and song for the week. Thank you. I hope so too. Yesterday was not fun and not expected. I woke up and I was like, oh, it's going to be a long day. Message and song for the week. You're getting shown clearly that you were right about something, but it's almost like you needed to see the proof before you could take action, and you're getting that because you kept the faith in not wavering. You're like, I don't know that I'm right, but I feel that I'm right, so I'm going to act as if I'm right until I get the proof. You're getting the proof in whatever that category was. Why was yay written on my Starbucks cup? I feel like I need to pull a token for this too. 1 second. Yay. It's a dress and a top hat, like dressed up to go out somewhere. Yay. I think that that has everything to do with the other question you just asked me about your manifestations. Starbucks. Star. Queen is holding the star. So the queen is holding the manifestation. Strength because you powered through, and the sun because you're going to start seeing it. I think it was just the enacting of like you put out these intentions and they're already starting to formulate. But again, it's going to require that surrender at some point. How is Lisa and Todd on the other side? How is Lisa and Todd on the other side? It's almost like there was this fear that one of them wouldn't be waiting for the other or something like that, or I don't know, but whatever that is, it's untrue. They're together. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups in reverse. It feels like one of them ushers the other one in through a life review. So like one meets the other, they go through life review together as like a form of support. Something in this feels recent, and I'm kind of seeing a heart cloud where the left side is a lot brighter than the right side. Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like he benefited from her understanding of the spirit world in the crossover stage, if that makes sense. He benefited from her knowledge of the spirit realm or something along those lines. Are they? I think that the answer is they are well and they are together. But there's some bit of like teaching and learning as well. Oops. Let go of what no longer serves the truth. Only carry what moves you forward. And there's the justice scales on there. You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban. You Raise Me Up. One of them helped the other with a deeper understanding. Can you please tell me about what my mom, she passed my name, Jane, my life is stopped. Please tell me about what my mom, she has passed. What do we need to know about your mom? What my mom, she has passed. What my mom, she has passed. I'm wondering if you're meaning like what did she pass from, or if you're meaning what did she pass down to you. The Hierophant and Queen of Cups in reverse is like, be mindful right now of how much you're allowing yourself to avoid the more difficult emotions. Nine of Pentacles is independence, right? So it's like when there are rougher emotional waters, your mom is trying to make you aware of not just suppressing it. When there's things to feel, allow yourself to feel it, because there may be this habit passed down where when emotions are too big, I avoid them, but then it piles up. And it's almost like she's saying, that's not what I want for you to experience. So make sure that if you're feeling things, you're not suppressing it and you're letting yourself feel it. Because again, it will trap you. It will cause an imbalance, or you can choose to face it with this victory here. So I feel like, hopefully I'm understanding that question right, but I believe that that is what she's saying she passed down to you. um Not in a bad way, like obviously she passed down lots of good things, but right now she's saying be aware of that, because there's something going on where you can either sink or swim in terms of emotions, and she's wanting you to not try and just float and avoid, if that makes sense. You are stronger than your doubts and wiser than your fears, and you will find me by Alex and Sierra is the song. I'm gonna do two more and then go back to the other list. Any message for Irene? You're playing offense right now. So you're meant to be finding something and incorporating it into what you're building for your project. Learning something new, maybe learning, I don't know. It's like you're almost there. You just have to find the hook of something. So it's like maybe looking about marketing strategies, or maybe researching about what to bring people in on the hook or something like that. Like there's some like catch. You have the foundation and you're building on that and learning about the catch and the bring in for the project, if that makes sense. Message from guides and a token. It's like a science atom. Okay, so this makes me think DNA. No longer fighting against happiness and going on an adventure. You've reprogrammed some kind of self-limiting belief from childhood or young adult life that made you almost feel either guilty or hesitating to be happy, which probably is in alignment with why your manifestations are able to come in and why you're able to kind of redirect the ones that you don't want, because you're allowing yourself to change your mind. Like that I thought was going to make me happy until I had this lesson. Now I know that that would actually make me more happy. You're allowing yourself to do that and not be set in stone in the past. All right, back to this list. Why do I feel so awkward and anxious when I speak to others? Is there anything I can do to overcome this? Just being seen. The more that you're seen, the more you'll be comfortable being seen. It just feels like for a long time, people would project a lot onto you, which is what this strength card is saying to me, and make you feel smaller. So now it's just about allowing yourself to take up space. The more often and the more vastly you allow yourself to take up space, the more comfortable you'll get. It's just kind of like exposure therapy type of thing. Are my sisters and I going to get answers about my dad's health, and will we be able to find him a place that will care for him the way would support you, but it's almost like you need to show your brain that you can move forward without the answers that your brain has convinced you is the only way to move forward, because it's not. And sometimes we don't get the answers we think we want because it would bring us backwards in healing in a way that we aren't necessarily seeing. So I think that this is saying allow yourself to move forward without the answers that you think you need to move forward. And the way to do that is to kind of find a healthy distraction. Message and song from my spirit guides. Ripped Jeans by AMAG. You're always tested the most before it's time to move up. Right now, it's like you're being shown where there is still a fear so that you can decide to approach it differently as you move forward. So it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Oh, it was a message left in her will. It was a message left in her will. You don't have, oh, so you can't ask her what that meant. That's the answers. Okay. That's the King of Swords in reverse. You can't ask her what that meant. Okay, so what would she say about what that meant? The message left in her will. This is how I want to word it. It is exactly what it looks like. That I feel like is not what you wanted to hear. But I almost feel like the most obvious cards came out for this because of that. Surrender to seeing it exactly as it is and don't try and paint it as something else. I feel like that's the closure that you need, is that whatever it was, it means exactly what it says. Five of Swords is very combative energy. You know, sometimes it's not that people don't love and care for us. Sometimes it's that people's fears are highlighted in our light. Like your light shines on places that they didn't necessarily want to see. And I feel like that's kind of what I'm seeing here with this message. Will my grandson be able to get the appointment August 1st? Does it have to be August 1st? I feel like there's a spot being held, but I don't know if it's going to be August 1st because this cycle's incomplete by then. Maybe within 7 to maybe within a week to a week and a half of that feels more relevant. Or maybe that's the initial appointment and then there's another one in a week to a week and a half. It feels like there's a spot being held, but a delay. I did speed dating last night. What is the outlook for me and Joe? Take it day by day and see where it goes. I think that it's going to depend a lot on if Joe feels like I want to go back into my shell or if I'm ready to open up. And I think that that's why there's slowness needed here. Because if not, there may be a little bit of a fear of being emotionally seen here, which is why there needs to be slowness. So I think as long as things develop naturally, there's a chance for things to go somewhere. But I definitely think it's probably a little bit too early to tell because a lot of it is going to depend on if he's going to be ready to stay open. Should I continue to keep and care for all three of my dogs and not let Jay take one of them? Should you continue to keep and not let Jay take one of them? I feel like it's draining you to have all three of them, but I don't want to give the advice to get rid of one of the dogs. But I also don't feel like Jay is the right place to send them, and I think you know that. I would think it through more. I feel like maybe making a pros and cons list, maybe making, and if nothing else, just so that you don't feel guilty after or something. Like there's some heaviness after. Um, King of Wands in reverse is impulsiveness and a lack of final decision with judgment. I think that you need to sit with the decision more and get really comfortable with it. I don't think you're all the way comfortable enough with it yet to enact a plan anywhere. And I don't really know if I like Jay taking one. And I think that you don't either. I think that there's some hesitancy there. Message from my grandmother who visited me. Message from my grandmother who visited me. What doesn't seem to be working out for you is actually working out for you. There's plans in place that are bigger than your plans. There's plans in place that will lead you to what you want in a way that you don't see happening. Your job right now is to be in observer mode. Is my family trip later this month going to be happy or should I stay behind? What is the energy of your family trip? So would it make sense if I said it's nothing that anything is going to go wrong, but you're still going to feel incredibly emotionally drained just from being in a place where you feel like you have to shrink yourself? Which puts you into like a defensive mode, but not because of someone making you feel that way directly, more of just like, I feel like I need to shrink and hide myself in plain sight is the feeling. If you're saying happy versus unhappy, I feel like it's not going to be happy in the way that you're going to feel stress free. I feel like it's going to be draining is the word. I feel like it's going to be draining. What is my father's energy towards me? And then I'm going to go back to the other list. What is my family's energy towards me? A little bit pulled back until we can see what you're going to do or how you're going to handle something, or if we're right or wrong about you or about something. It's like we're waiting to see the truth. We're waiting to see if we're right or wrong, and maybe a little bit pulled back right now because of it. Should I go no contact with my family? Should I go no contact with my family? I don't think yet, but I do think that if they continue to make you choose between yourself, I don't know, it's like they make you choose between their reality and your reality, if that makes sense. I feel like if that continues to happen, yes, but I don't think you should rush into that decision. Not that you're rushing into it. I feel like they're on strike 2 out of 3 right now, but give them that third strike. Maybe something in the meantime will change. I don't think it's going to change, but I think it's going to help you with the closure. Message from my guides and a token. A bed. As long as you continue making choices that are in alignment with the goal that you have, like if I want XYZ, I'm not going to make decisions from my lower self that's going to put me facing EFG instead. You know what I mean? So as long as you don't choose the opposite of what you're trying to manifest right now, that will come in. The only thing that could stand in your way is like you sleeping on yourself, so to speak. Message advice from spirit guides. Message advice from spirit guides. It's like you've outgrown the container or you've outgrown the environment. You're trying to fit yourself into somewhere that's not meant to hold you. And you're going to continue seeing examples of why that is the case until you change the way that you're approaching the situation. Four of Pentacles and Ace of Swords is seeing the truth of the foundation. This is like you could demolish the building and rebuild on it type thing. If the building is moldy, knock it down and build anew. You have the foundation to build again. But translate that into some kind of community aspect. Is divorce what I need to face and heal from? Is divorce what I need to face and heal from? Losing yourself balanced out with the Emperor, the Empress and the Emperor. Yes. What you need to face and heal from is in which ways have you lost yourself to this situation and what do you need to do to be able to find yourself again, and relight that spark that you feel like you've lost because of things not panning out the way that you thought they would. So what do you need to face and heal from? In which ways have you given yourself away to keep someone else's fire lit? And in which ways is that causing you to be left in the cold right now? Find my spot 1 second. What is my father's energy towards me? What is my father's energy towards me? Trying to make a decision about my child in regard to moving forward with love and truth. What's my father's energy towards me? It's like he doesn't know what to believe. I want to believe this, but I also believe that. I want to believe this, but that is contradictory to that. It's something along those lines. It's like I'm trying to balance out my heart and my logic. Okay, the child I want to know about is my unborn baby, if they're okay, not my child as in myself. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. Dropped all the cards. Unborn baby. Energy of unborn baby. Anything bad that we would need to know? Nothing bad. Anything bad that we would need to know? Six of Cups in reverse is nothing bad about the child. Temperance and the Emperor. So you said something about reversal. So this is if there was something the wrong way, now it's been made right through action because everything is back in balance. Anything bad we need to know, not about the child. So anything bad we need to know, not about the child. Is there anything we need to know for you? Because if not about the child, you need to rest. you very much need to rest. I don't know if this is like stress or if this is like physical, but you need to rest. Big time. Or take things off your plate or start to allow others to maybe help you or support you more. There's something. There's too much going out, not enough coming in for you, but baby seems fine. Why is my mother passive aggressive for no reason towards me? Why is my mother passive aggressive? Defense mode. I don't want to be seen. This is lack of teamwork. This is a release, and this is defense. So she's like literally like, nope, 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 nope. Not necessarily just to you, just to anyone who would see her. You just see her more than most people do. Passive aggressive. The truth, because you see the truth about her and she wants to hide it. It's not anything you did wrong. It's just that you can see what she doesn't want you to see. Present energy between R and I, and a token. A kite. Between R, you. I don't know. It's almost like you know the truth, but you feel like you need proof to believe it, and you don't. The kite is, in combination with these cards, is giving me when someone shows you who they are, don't try and change it. Don't try and make excuses for it. Let it be what it is. 5 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Don't be in a scarcity mindset. And by that, I mean, don't abandon yourself so that others don't. My grandma, Clara, told me in my first reading with you that I needed to walk away from love. Is my husband who she meant? Is my husband who she meant? Walk away from love. A decision for your future. Page of Swords, Page of Cups. It's not Queen of Swords, the mind. It's not Queen of Cups, the heart. Something that's keeping you small. Something that's keeping your mind and your heart at a disconnect. Because your heart is telling you one thing and your mind is telling you the other. Making a decision for your future. What decision for your future that's causing your heart and mind to be at disconnect was Aunt Clara talking about? Darkness. Planting seeds. Planting seeds in the dark. I want to word this as, the world in reverse. I want to word this as things can't continue as they are. Love doesn't mean self-deletion. So if there's a place in love that's causing you self-deletion, it needs to be addressed. She wants to give the token on this card is important. The token. The mirror. The mirror. What is this situation showing you about yourself? Number 1, love doesn't ask for anything in return except to be felt. Love doesn't ask for self-deletion. So if that's happening, it needs to be addressed. Marketing makes so much sense. Okay, good. Switching gears. What do I need to hear about the next few months on anything career, personal, etc.? I move next week and start my new job in August. So you move next week. That's going to be stressful. Why? Because it's making you feel vulnerable. The vulnerability will either make this an the vulnerability. The vulnerability, how you handle the emotion of vulnerability will be the amount of fun you can have with this process, if that makes sense, with the move. Start my new job in August. I don't know. Like when you're there, you feel like you're settling. It's definitely not your final destination. You want something else. It's almost like this is a reminder of why your dreams are as important as they are. Because you're like, okay, I don't want to stay here forever, but it'll do for now. It's that feeling. Marketing. Yeah, marketing is what needs to be developed in order to get your wish fulfillment. Will my daughter get pregnant soon? What is the likelihood your daughter will get pregnant soon? I mean, Seven of Pentacles is patience. If that is what the intention is, I feel like that can manifest, but I feel like the issue is patience here. So I don't think it's as soon as you're saying soon. But if one of them, either your daughter or the partner, don't want to be pregnant, then this reads totally different. This reads more like waiting it out. So I guess it depends if they both want to or if they both don't. What's the likelihood? I feel like they both want to. Okay, so I feel like it's just saying it's going to take more time than expected. But maybe that time may make one of them start to be like, I don't know if I want this, and that may cause more of a delay. Any messages for my mom, from my mom? I have Judgment that just fell in my lap. Final decision. There's a decision that you need to not be selfish with, but like don't consider other people's opinions or feelings on it when they don't have to deal with the consequences of your choices. So selfish in the way of consider what is best for you first and foremost. Justice scales. Let go of what no longer serves the truth. Only carry what moves you forward. You'll know when you have the information to make that final decision on something. Gotcha. Any messages or blessings that help me feel grounded? There's like this part of you that never got to be seen that's being seen now. It's like, okay, I can finally let out this part of me that felt like too much or felt hard to love or felt hard to hold space for. It's giving, I'm going to use all the crowns in my coloring box this time and not care what anyone says about it. So I guess I'd say have fun with that. Have fun with that being how you're choosing to handle a situation that should make you want to shrink, but your subconscious is like, I'm going to fight this. I don't want to shrink. I've shrunk before. I don't like it. So almost like chase that expansion, so to speak. Oh, sperm donation. So by herself. Oh, okay. So that's why that came out like that. So if she gets frustrated with the process and decides to not keep trying, then there'd be a further delay. That makes more sense. Okay. Because in my brain, it was like, if someone makes a decision, it will instantly manifest as a blockage. And I'm like, okay, there's usually like multiple steps. But if she's the one deciding to do the donations or not, that would make sense. Okay. So what else do we need to know about that? Death in reverse can be a resistance to change. And the Magician here is like making the best use of all the tools available to you in a way that King of Pentacles, she's not yet. I guess I'd say just start preparing as if it's going to be the case that it's going to happen soon. Get all the ducks in a row. Get all the plans organized. There may be a subconscious fear about doing it herself that's manifesting as a delay. So addressing it from the root should help clear that up. All right, everyone, I'm going to hop off. I got to most of these. And I think I got... Yeah, Christian, if you are still in here, I got that. So I will ship that out to you today. Thank you. Let me do these last ones too. Ooh. Will anyone else be indicted for John O'Keefe's murder? Will anyone else at this point be indicted? They're still calling in favors. I don't think they have reached the burden of proof yet. I think they're working on it, but I think that someone needs to talk for that to happen. And the Sun in reverse, they haven't said enough yet. Message from my brother Victor's higher self regarding how to help him. Regarding how to help him. Those are the same cards that just came out. Think rebuilding from the ground up. Think root chakra. Think someone who doesn't have a sense of feet on the ground right now. How can I get this person's mind to convince them that there's a plan that could get their feet back on the ground? It needs to start very basic, almost like you're teaching him without teaching him. He doesn't know how to create the plans that he will then enact. So that's what he needs help with. Figuring out how to create the plans. Once he has them in front of him, he can enact them. Message from Spirit Team. Last one, and then I'm going to go and rest, everyone. Thank you for caring. Message from my Spirit Team. Don't focus on what's not going right so much that it manifests as a blockage. Every time you're focused on a problem this week, write out physically some kind of potential solution. It's almost like your brain is like, oh, things are too good right now. I need to create a problem. Let me disconnect from this solution. Let me stop seeing that path. And it just feels like the past making itself known because you're fully releasing it. So don't let it block the progress that you've made. All right, everyone, I'm going to go rest on my couch. I'm going to work on, I have a podcast still to edit and put out. So I'm going to be working on that today. I'm going to try to go back into the Idaho video. Oh, I can't talk while that's singing. I'm going to try and go into the Idaho video tomorrow, the one where I talked about the 2 rows of 10 cards. So I'm going to try and do that tomorrow and then see where to go from there. I'm also, I think today, going to post, I'm going to do everyone ask questions for Idaho, and then I'll do a reading on the questions. And I think I'm going to couple that with a 70K giveaway. So look for that a little bit later. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you to my mods. If you're waiting for anything from me, I have stuff going out today and tomorrow. I'm a little bit behind because this weekend took me out, but I will talk to you all soon. Thank you for being here.